Hey, Wet Side Garden here. Hope your week is going well. If you have March sown kale and lettuce that are filling out your raised beds, this is for you. We have some major temperature shifts headed to our maritime climate this week, and knowing when to pull your cool season greens right now is the difference between a sweet harvest and a bitter bolted mess. The big focus this week is harvesting your kale before the weather takes a sharp turn. Today we are sitting at a very comfortable 69 degrees, but our forecast shows a peak high of 89 degrees coming up on June 22nd. That kind of heat stress, combined with our long June days, is going to push cool season crops to bolt. If you have lacinato, red Russian, or winter boar kale that you started back in March, those plants are prime for harvesting right now. To keep them producing using the cut and come again method, just harvest the outer leaves when they are still tender and under 8 inches long. Grab the base of the leaf close to the stalk and twist or clip it downward. This prevents tearing the main stem, and it keeps the plant focusing its energy on new top growth from the center. Once you bring them inside, store the unwashed leaves in a loose or perforated plastic bag in the fridge. They will stay fresh for 3 to 7 days before they start getting too strong in flavor. With 0 inches of rain in the forecast, you'll want to give your remaining kale plants deep, infrequent watering to keep the leaves from turning tough and bitter. While you are watering, watch out for pests. Cabbage aphids are starting to show up, but since it is dry, you can easily knock them off the leaves with a sharp blast of water from the hose. If you spot green cabbage moth caterpillars on the undersides of the leaves, just hand pick them off or use a little organic Bacillus thuringiensis. This heat spike is also hitting our other greens. Lettuce bolts once the temperature crosses 75 degrees, and since we are soaring past 89 later this week, your March sown black-seeded Simpson or Buttercrunch is at immediate risk. The same goes for spinach. We are already well past the 14-hour day length mark that triggers spinach to bolt, so harvest whatever is left in the ground today before it goes to seed. It is not all about rushing to harvest though. We have plenty of other crops happily growing in the garden. If you direct sowed peas like Oregon Giant or Sugar Snap back in March, they should be loaded with pods and ready to pick this week. Carrots sown in April, along with your March sown broccoli and April sown chard, are also reaching harvestable size. On the warm season side, your March sown tomatoes, peppers, and February sown onions are sizing up and might even be starting to flower. Your potatoes and May sown winter squash are also looking established and healthy. If you have open gaps in your beds from harvested greens, we are at the very end of the planting window for warm season crops. Consider this last call for cucumbers, summer squash, bush beans, and corn. You have until about June 30th to get those cucumbers and squash in, and corn needs to go in by June 25th. That is the trade-off with our short summers. Finally, if your early spring kale does end up bolting from the heat, do not worry. Mid-June is actually the perfect time to start seeds indoors for your autumn and winter kale harvest. Just start them under lights or in a shady spot inside to bypass the dry soil outdoors. Managing the transition from spring greens to summer crops is always a quick dance in our region, but taking a few minutes to clear out your mature kale and lettuce today will save your harvest. Thanks for watching. This channel is a continuous learning process, and the topics we cover are driven entirely by your questions. Let me know in the comments how your spring greens are holding up, or what you are planting next. The summer season moves fast here west of the Cascades, so consider subscribing so you do not miss next week's update.